What's going on, everyone? I'm Mint with another episode of our walkthrough of 1.16 in Minecraft. I may have made a boo-boo. I forgot to enable my display to be recorded in OBS, so I have built all this wall whilst not recording the video for it. So what I have done in between episodes is that I have added decoration to this tent, added lanterns around here, and built this giant retaining wall. Not really giant, but large retaining wall around the, I think you'd call it a plateau. But I'm actually kind of grateful for that muck up because I can fix this wall. This wall I think is so samey, bland and disgusting. I don't mind the rest of the wall. It's very short, so it doesn't need as much detailing. Like, this looks pretty good to my eye. But I'm going to, today I'm going to start off with filling in this plateau with dirt and then building another retaining wall connecting from like here to here. And this will also encompass our spawning area. And I'm planning on building a fortress in and around here. I also plan on showing you a branch mine. That's what this little opening is here for. I'm going to make this into a branch mine to show you how to get diamonds and other ores extremely easily. And this is armor. So armor is an essential component to combat in Minecraft. It does what all armor does. It protects you. So if we type in armor in this thing, you can see if we click on the recipes, these are the recipes for the armor. You can also make armor out of something like leather and gold and diamond, and then you can upgrade diamond to netherite. I will tell you more about that later. It's very cool. And these are the recipes for all your armor. I've already built some. I built it in the last episode, or what's supposed to be this episode, but I forgot to record it, so I already have armor. Armor is very, very important. Make sure you do indeed craft it. And this is an armor stand. This is for decoration as well. It's pretty cool. You can just put armor on it and just transfer it to yourself when you need it. But I think I'll get started on building this area quickly. So let's get started. So I've built the raised area where I want the wall to start, and now I'm just going to build the wall. So we have the foundation of what we want the wall to be. Now I'm going to do what I've done with the rest of the wall. I'm going to add some ruining effect. So I'm going to add slabs and stairs to the top of it to give it a sort of rugged, uneven look, so it does look worn down. I'm going to throw some andesite in there, and polished andesite. I'll need to make more in a second. And that'll give me some, it'll give the wall texture and it'll give it a ruined, sort of thrown together look, which is what I'm going for. And it's just simple. There's no real technique here. You just take blocks and you chuck them in wherever. The key is indeed for it to be random, so just pick a spot, take it out, and place it. And then we can make some polished andesite with the crafting grid. This one you can be a bit more sparse with. I find that if you add too much, it just looks over the top. I'm currently struggling with hay fever while I'm building this, so bear with me. Yeah. I think that's all we need for this wall. It's only like a 2.5 block high wall. That's enough to keep mobs out. Maybe except for here. Maybe we'll just... Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, so this is enough to keep mobs out, and the lit area will stop them from spawning in here. Now I think it's time to turn my attention to the large wall. Like this, I think this design works when it's shorter because it's not too samey. You've got things in the background distracting you from it, but like this is just too tall. A design that I've looked at is a palisade wall made of wood. And that's the design I think I'm going to go for today after we sleep, because it is indeed about to be night. And if you ever need to know what time you exactly it needs to be exactly time to sleep. It's just whenever the moon starts to rise and you can see it. So I'm going to pickaxe this wall down to 2 blocks tall, I think. Maybe 1. We'll see. I might bring the wall out 1 block out more. So the look I was aiming for is something like this. So I want to make like a wave, so it's going to come out but at sort of random intervals. I'm thinking maybe like push this one back and this one in. I want to keep the depth of where this arch is sitting, and I'll put this wall in front of these blocks as like a foundation, and I might alternate what kind of colors of wood I'll put in there, but I'll just keep going. Okay, I think that's a good start to the look I was going for. I'm going to strip the wood, and I'll show you how to do that. To strip a log, you need an axe. And all that will do... all of that will do is change the appearance of the outside of the block. Now I see some undesirables in our area. These guys are called pillagers. They are a part of a faction. I think they're called illagers, and there's a variety of them, but they only typically spawn in groups of like, well, they can spawn in massive groups as well. These guys have crossbows, they are ranged opponents, and this guy has a banner. I'll show you how that mechanic works too. So combat in Minecraft is reliant upon... Oh, we got an achievement. So there's a whoop. I'm struggling here. I'm gonna run away because I'm losing a bit of health. This is where armor comes in handy. So your attacks have a charge up. You might be able to see it under my crosshair that every time I swing there's a sword that recharges its length. So and when the sword does recharge its attack, it gives you the ability to do a sweeping attack, and that lets you strike multiple opponents at the same time. And it also helps you do more damage. So axes also have a similar effect, except they just do extra damage. They don't have a sweeping attack. And axes do a lot more damage per swing than a sword, but the recharge rate is slower. So those were pillagers, and they can spawn even in the daylight at any point in groups. And as you saw, we had an achievement then, voluntary exile. If you look at the top right corner of the screen, you see a little square with a pillager head and 2 axes in it. That is the ill omen effect. When the ill omen effect is active, if you walk into a village, you can start something called a raid. I will show you that at a later point. Let's get back on the task of building. And one more thing with the combat, if you jump up and as you fall you strike something, you will do a critical hit, and that does even more damage. So that's why when you see me fight, you see me jumping and attacking. So you got to make sure when you're trying to do a crit, when you want to strike and hit as you're falling from a jump or just a fall in general. Now back to the wall. Here is our axe. If we right click on the wood, it strips it. And this is the look that I want. Can I reach? There we go. I think what I'll do next is I'll add fence posts on top of each of these pillars to give it a tiny bit of more detail, and I'll do the same on this side, only for this is a very short wall here, but I'll come back with the results of this. So we finished up our wall, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it's definitely passable, better than what was there before. I've added some fences on the top and the bottom to give it a little bit more detail, and I use the alternating colors so the colors are a bit more, they're less samey. Now I think I'm going to move on to the branch mine here. I'm going to dig out this area and clear a space for a ladder to go down. It appears our friends are back, and there's more of them. I'm going to show you something new now, a shield. So to build a shield, you're going to need some 1 iron and 7. Oh dear, this is not good. Okay, so if you put a shield in your offhand here, it gives you the ability to block attacks. Ooh. I'm going to switch to an axe for more damage. Yeah, the axe is way more effective. There's a lot of them, isn't there? This is kind of the danger of pillagers. They do spawn in the daylight, and they do spawn in large groups, and these are the weak ones. So there are other variants of these guys, including Vindicators and Evokers, which do way more damage than these guys. But yeah, you just push and hold the right click to activate your shield and nothing can damage you. Pretty much nothing. Those axe crits are very damaging. Takes them out very quickly. No, we don't need this anymore. Back to mining out our mine. So our tunnel's been, well, not a tunnel, but our little cave system here has been dug out. I'm going to decorate it later, but now we're going to move on to the branch mine part of the episode. And what you're going to need for this is a healthy pickaxe with a high durability. As you can see, there's a bar here underneath the tools. It's just a health bar for the tool. As it goes to 0, it will eventually break. So what you're going to need are the healthy tools and ladders. I'm going to need more than that, I think. Whoops. That should be enough. And what we want to do is dig not straight down. Oh yeah, straight down, but with a certain method. So you never dig straight down in Minecraft because you could have large ravines that you could fall into and die, and you have lava pools which you can fall into and melt. So you want to dig down like this so you can foresee any hazards when you go down. And we want to dig until we reach a coordinate 10 blocks above the lowest point in the world, also known as Y10. And the way we know what Y coordinate we are is if we press the F3 key. And when you push F3 in Java, all this menu comes up. Whoops. And on around the top left in that second chunk of text, we have the XYZ. I'll highlight it for you guys. And it has 3 coordinates. It's got the XYZ coordinate. And it will tell you where exactly you are. And we're only interested in the middle coordinate at the moment. We're currently at 37 and the goal is 10. And at Y level 10, that's among the small amount of coordinates that actually generate the most amount of diamonds. Diamonds will start generating in your world at about Y16. And they're most common in between, I think it's 5 and 12. So we definitely want to be there when we're mining as often as possible. Once we're at the bottom, we can remove the F3 HUD, and we can just simply go straight back up again. We have just found another Enderman, and I've built a little platform for us to hide under while it tries to attack us. It can't attack us because it's 3 blocks tall and it can't reach us, but we can reach them. And that is an ender pearl. That is something we absolutely need. We need a maximum of 12 of them to enter the end, which is what will get us to our ender dragon fight. So that's a step in the right direction. So if you ever encounter, they do like a lot of damage on hard Minecraft. Like they do heaps and heaps of damage. So you want to shield yourself from their attack if you can, with cheesy little builds like that. It's definitely helpful. So we've come back to our little hole here, and we have our bucket of water. A tip for getting down large drops safely is to simply place water at the top. You let it run for a little bit. You take out the water source and you simply fall with the water. And this will make sure you don't like fall and die. And once we're at the bottom, we need a way up, so ladders will be our friend in this scenario. This is what I told you guys to craft the ladders for. So I've built a little area for us to start our branch mine. Now, so we're at level 10, we're at Y level 10, and I've dug out little, the beginnings of tunnels here. And you just basically, you just literally dig down like this until you stumble onto ores like coal, for example. Now, you want to place your tunnels once every third block or 2 blocks, depending on how you see it. Because if you dig down this tunnel, you're revealing all the blocks down on the left side and the right side. But if you dig, say, here, you're looking at blocks that you've already revealed on this side. So the block's not going to be any different from one side or the other. So there's no point in digging every single block. You want 2 block gaps. You want 2 block buffer in between each tunnel. And that'll give you more chance to find diamond. But we have found some redstone here. Redstone, you can think of it as like a like automation. You can use it to automate builds as like kind of like electricity. You can think of it of. I'll make a build in the future. I have other videos on redstone contraptions as well. You just take a look at it if you wanted to see it, how it works. But I'll build stuff in this that is redstone related. But we want to just dig down here to find some iron specifically. And maybe some diamonds. I need 3 diamonds to get a pickaxe to mine a block called Obsidian, which will allow us to make a Nether Portal. And here's an example of finding iron in this. So, branch mining is good because you will not only be able to find diamond most commonly at this level, but you'll find pretty much every single ore in here, with the exception of emerald, which can only be found in extreme hills biomes. Not that it matters that we can't mine it anyway, because it's the worst way to get emerald is through mining. But yeah, we're doing this to find some diamond so we can make a nether portal, which will allow us to advance to the next step in trying to find the end portal. But yeah, I'll get back to you when I find diamond. If I find diamond, we're definitely finding iron. I would like to just take a second here to point out a feature of Optifine, which is a mod pack that I've installed. As we can see here, we've got some light in this room, but as we look down, there's no light there. The reason why we have light in this room is because I am indeed holding a torch. If I were to take that torch out of my hand, we are in darkness. This is not a feature of default Minecraft. You need to have Optifine in order to have that ability where you can hold a torch and gain a light source out of it. But if you are doing this, you will want to put torches on the wall if you're in default Minecraft Java, so you can actually see. Just wanted to point that out. And here we have it. This is the world's first vein of diamonds ever found. Now we need at least 3, and we have that achievement now. Oh, there's even more. So diamonds can spawn in veins up to 8. So make sure to dig around to make sure you find all of the vein of diamond. There is another ore that I found while looking through this that I'll show you after I get this iron. So this dark blue block here is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is used in enchanting. It's not particularly hard to get, as when you break it, it'll turn into multiple ores, so it isn't a sparse resource if you can find it. Enchanting is an incredibly powerful tool in Minecraft. You want to make sure you get lapis lazuli whenever you find it. And another ore that we have found is gold, which is here. Gold is very niche. You need to have a specific use for it in order for it to be useful. Like golden apples are powerful but unnecessary. The most useful thing you can use gold for at the moment is armor. Just one piece of armor to take to the nether, so some of the mobs there, when you do eventually go to the nether, won't kill you because they won't deem you as hostile. They'll just ignore you if you're wearing gold. But now that we have diamonds, let's go back up top and make it into a pickaxe. Now that we have our diamond pickaxe, we can now mine obsidian. Now to find obsidian, or rather make obsidian, you need to find a lava pool like this. You take a bucket of water, you simply place it not on the lava but near it. And wherever water makes contact with a lava source block is what will turn into obsidian. So we want to do this. Now this is going to take a while, even with a diamond pickaxe. Diamond pickaxes are the fastest, or not the fastest, but one of the fastest tools to mine with, but even with a diamond pickaxe, which you need, it will take a while. Like that just took a minute to break then, but I'll get back to you once I've done this and we'll start work on our nether portal. So we have our 10 obsidian, we have 1 piece of iron and 1 piece of flint. The 2 last things we need to do is combine the flint and iron to make flint and steel, which will let us start fires. Oh no. Which will let us start fires like so. And we need to do that in order to light the portal. Now this is going to take forever to break. So we want to go to another dimension in Minecraft called the Nether. And in the Nether, there is a structure we need to find that will spawn a mob called blazes. These blazes will have items which will help us find Nether Fortress. Now, if you want to make a Nether portal, this is the smallest size you can make one. 2 blocks wide and 3 blocks tall is the opening for the portal. And you want to make sure it's in this pattern exactly how I've placed it. You can obviously make it larger as well, up to an enormous amount. You just need a frame. And there we go. That is a nether fortress, not nether fortress, a nether portal. So this is a big milestone we have in the game. It makes funny noises. And let's go in. Make sure you're armored up and geared up before you go into nether, because the nether is extremely dangerous. Now this spawn, as you can see, it's extremely different to the overworld. It's quite alien, and I'm not sure how to get out of this room exactly. Dear me, it's just very, it's got very funky terrain. Yeah, I'll have to explore around here and try and find a way out into the open nether. This seems to be some sort of cave inside of a crimson forest biome. That might be a way out up there. But let me get back to you. And this is our segue into the end of the video. We have now found our way into the nether. This is a big milestone. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you like other videos that I've made, feel free to give me a sub. I would really appreciate it. But I shall see you in the next episode.